My name is Marcus Anthony of the Pinnacle List, and it's my honor today to be with Joseph Ferrugio of Ferrugio Design.
Hi, I'm Joseph Ferrugio, and this is our project at 1251 Shadow Hill Drive here in Beverly Hills, California. I want to give you a tour. So this is our formal entry, which is all open and spacious. One of the things inside of this formal living room that we wanted was a corner fireplace. Right. We wanted this wraparound porch or wraparound deck area, kind of reminiscent of the Gamble and Gamble homes from the 20s and 30s. We wanted a modernized version of an arts and crafts style home, and so where can we do these moments that made California architecture so quintessentially what it is today? Yeah. And
classical, elegant feel.
Very classic.
And I would say chic too.
Chic, thanks. Yeah. Over here, you know, we have all these outdoor areas with these privacy planter walls, fire pits throughout on the deck, and you know, all the doors are electronic doors. They all open up with a remote control. Here we have a really special sculptural piece that transcends from the basement of this property up to the upper level. It's a custom tile that we made with our firm.
So every tile has its own custom, unique look.
This is totally custom. There's not one tile here is alike.
Wow. Each
one was handmade, hand poured. You know, it gives a unique artistic sculptural quality to the elevator shaft inside the house.
And so when you enter the residence, you get this immediate impact with just the glisten of this incredibly unique feature.
In that glisten that you talk about, this tile is made with a metallic resin that you would normally see on automobiles. Wow. And so that depth that you're seeing, that's all made with the coagulation of the paint and how this was handcrafted.
Yeah, that's an impressive detail to note.
If you remember one of our other projects over on 1181 Hillcrest, we made the 6-foot by 9-foot bathtub there out of the same material.
Oh wow!
And so, you know, it's something that we like to do on our projects, and you know,
that's great.
It gives a unique personality to the house.
Yeah.
So over here is our dining room wall that separates to the kitchen. This is all a white quartz, all backlit. Then there's a bar here that all of this opens up, and we could have our bartender over here, and then that same crystal quartz all on the front of this. This, when we have parties here, it's just so great because it keeps still circulation going. Then, you know, we set up another bartender this way, and it's both this indoor, outdoor. It becomes a real center of this whole entertainment.
And the feeling I get here, with its openness, it feels open, but you really feel like you have your own little quarters areas.
Yeah. And you still get a sense of privacy, even though it's completely open. This kitchen we designed in partnership with a company called Licht. Licht is a German engineered kitchen. All the appliances are Miele. We have a butler's pantry that is hidden behind the refrigerator wall. You know, all of the hoods and exhaust are all flush with the ceiling, really so that we're not thinking about the functions, but all the function is hidden. This family room area, all the cabinetry was also custom designed by our firm and made with Licht in Germany. So over here we have our powder room, which has a really unique feature.
This is something I haven't seen anywhere else, and I've been to a lot of properties.
Yeah,
so tell me about this.
Really special. This is all 100% amethyst, pure amethyst, natural crystal. This 6-foot vanity is $30,000.
This alone.
This alone.
Entire piece.
This alone. Just this piece.
Wow.
So this, in each of my homes, I like to do some sort of precious stone.
Right.
You know, like the thing about this house, and people always are, wow, a $30 million house, a $70 million house. How are they so expensive? Why is it so expensive?
Right.
And it's things like this. No expense was spared on the materials, you know, and when you're putting that sort of quality inside of the house, they realize what they're paying for.
Yeah, and just the elegance of the fluorescent lights that shine through, that's just remarkable.
So this whole thing is kind of really ingenious how we designed this to make this float like this. We have a whole steel structure on the inside with a LED casing, and then we have a whole frosted acrylic that then the stone is then adhered to that frosted acrylic on the inside. You know, so
it's an engineering marvel.
Yeah, it really is. You know, this whole thing, just the stone here floating on this wall. You know, it takes a lot of steel to. Right. This is probably about like 3,000 pounds just floating on this side. You know,
that's
and it's lit.
That's seriously impressive.
Oh, thank you. So inside here we have one of what could be a guest bedroom. We're currently use it as if it's an office,
right?
You know, and it's right off of the kitchen, and we have this whole indoor-outdoor feeling. Right. All the doors, again, electronic doors that can open up. Very comfortable, tall, high spaces.
Feels like a strong setting for the statement of an office. Especially with this backdrop, you know, I notice these shades of dark accents throughout the home, which really make a statement.
Yeah, you know, one of the concepts that we had for this project in the early process for us was to create a home that if it was James Bond's house and he went rogue, what would it look like?
Wow. Yeah.
And, you know, we wanted the good guy gone bad's house is what we wanted. Yeah. And so a lot of the dark accents are reminiscent of his, you know, the brooding or the moodiness that you would feel in like a James Bond film. Yeah. And so that's what we were trying to go for, and that's...
You really can feel that.
Yeah. Let's keep going. So throughout the home, all of the wood that is inside the home is all natural wood. This is a natural American walnut all on the stairs, and also all on the sidings of the house is all American walnut.
Beautiful finishing.
Here is the playground.
Quintessential man cave.
This is the man cave, like the ultimate man cave, you know, and We wanted a place that you can get away that still felt like it was not inside of a basement. We wanted it to feel light. We wanted it to feel airy. We wanted it to still feel alive.
Right.
So we have this sliver over here, which is the pool. And then over here at the bar, we have one of my reinvented candy walls.
This is what I know you for.
This is what my famous candy wall over at Hillcrest. I wanted something here a little different, where you can grab your candy, grab your drink, and then you can go over to the theater. Any guy is gonna come into this home and say, "This is my ultimate man cave." Completely soundproof. You just sink into these chairs.
Oh yeah. And so what kind of movie do you envision yourself watching here?
Well, I mean, if I gotta stay with it, I gotta put on a little James Bond.
Of course. Casino Royale.
Let's go. So here we have our vertical garden that this whole area, I wanted this basement to not feel like a basement. I wanted it to still feel like it was part of an upper level. And one of the ways I did that was to get this natural light in from up here.
Yeah.
And then, you know, create this vertical garden to bring the nature to the basement.
Yeah.
And really, this is an emergency access from this area.
That's right,
You know, and now you have a completely open, daylighted,
a very lively
basement,
feel.
You know,
Indoor, outdoor.
totally indoor, outdoor feeling. I had dreamed of doing a vertical garden for so long in my projects, and finally, after 15 years of doing this, I got my vertical garden.
I have to say, I haven't seen anything quite like this here in the Los Angeles area, in Beverly Hills.
No, mostly everybody does either fake or they do succulents.
Right.
And these are all real plants. They are maintained within the maintenance package of the house. And you know, all this furniture here is all through Minotti.
Okay.
Minotti, you can buy it at Minotti, Los Angeles, and you know these fixtures are from Artimity. The pool table is a Faro pool table. You know, just this area alone, between the architecture, the indoor-outdoor garden feature, the floating wine cellar bar. We're talking. This is
the floating wine cellar.
This is easily a $1 million space.
This is something I've seen in your other homes as well. Correct?
Yeah, you know, the thing is wine is a part of a lot of people's lives, especially when you're dealing with people of this type of net worth.
Yeah.
You know, and we wanted to give this wine room something special. We didn't want to just hang the bottles as you normally see, and we wanted this whole area to feel as if you were underwater and you were floating.
Yeah.
We wanted a sense of buoyancy, and if you see the design here of this bar, it's all predicated based on the patterns that you would see in the water. And so this pattern is actually an abstraction of the water ripples that you see right here.
So there's a lot of thought that went into this, and with that natural lighting with the pool too, it just makes perfect sense how you predicated the design of that wall with what would be reflections of the water. That's seriously impressive.
You know, we want to make sure, and like the Artimity light with the bubbles, and so you know, we wanted to feel a sense of modernism inside of this home. We wanted something that didn't feel so strict and restricted by modern ideals of straight lines.
Yeah.
You know, we wanted something that felt organic still.
Right.
And you know, so you can see, I think it looks pretty nice.
Oh yeah, it's beyond impressive.
Thank you. So inside every James Bond film, we have a fight sequence, right?
Right, of course.
And so for us, inside of our homes, we always create a story around whatever it is that we're designing. Because we don't really like to design things based on, oh, I think that's pretty, oh, that I like that. Because you get lost. Because what if you don't like what I'm picking, right? Well, if I create a story and that thing that I'm picking is based on those rules, then I'm designing based on a rule set and not designing because I think it's pretty.
No, yeah, you don't really don't want to box yourself in, right? You want to create a free flow of ideas.
Exactly. Yeah. And so here in this part of the house, this is what I was saying would be like the fight sequence inside of that James Bond movie. And I was inspired by a scene in Casino Royale where he goes to an Asian area, and you know, this is this elegant, natural Asia type feeling place of rescue. So we have this beautiful natural white quartz sink that's backlit on top of a live edge cedar that's supported by the ceiling. It's all separated by its American walnut. You know, it's just something that gives you a real natural, clean feel.
And what gets me is that this is just a bathroom with how elegant it is and just the thought process that went into designing this masterpiece.
It's just a sink and a toilet.
Right.
You know? But at the end of the day, like, how do you make it more special? How do you make just a sink and a toilet feel elegant?
Right. And with the feature of that lively wall out there with the plantation, just gives you, I'd say, I get a little zen feel from that too.
Zen and a forgetfulness that you're 12 feet underground. So inside here we have our laundry room and what could be a maid's quarters or a gym. This is also considered another bedroom. We have a blue onyx floor that wraps from the floor to the wall inside of here.
Wow, blue onyx is rare.
Yeah, this was imported from Turkey. So all the floors down here in the basement is all Italian marble. It's a extremos crema, which is a creamy, you know, soft, cloud-like type of stone.
Yeah, it's an elegant touch, especially with the lighting here.
So this, you know, we wanted something that was going to start to transcend, because if you remember our concept about this house being James Bond gone rogue,
right?
We wanted this basement, which is his entry, to feel light, and then as you progressively get higher into the space, it gets to be darker.
Right.
And so the layer of this James Bond figure in this house that we imagined lives inside of this brooding space. And so you'll see when we see the master. But down here, we really wanted this feeling that you were more in this heaven area, right?
Right.
This like bright space. In here, we've got the coolest garages in Beverly Hills that can also double as a nightclub. Anybody who loves cars, they want to see the contours and the curves of their car. They want to be able to see the bottom of their car. And so we have this highly reflective floor. We have these linear strip lights, right? So that when you park your car in here, you get nothing but those beautiful contours of that car. And when you stand back and you're looking at this, you'll be able to see all the under parts of your car as well. And so, you know, one of the things about this auto gallery, and not just a garage, but whoever is going to park their car here is going to be a true boss. They're going to want to see their prized possession. And so this is just off of the Ultimate Man Cave.
Very fitting, from the man cave to this auto gallery garage.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'll meet you on the top level. All right, so up here on the upper level, the first thing I want you to notice is that we have all this dark paper on the wall. And so this is the lair. We have 3 bedrooms, 3 baths up here, and a wraparound putting green.
Oh wow, no way.
Yeah. So right over here is one of the bedrooms. This bedroom, I would imagine, would be either your oldest kid or your brother who you can't get out of your life. You have this whole outdoor area here that opens up to beautiful Beverly Hills and Century City. And
I like how you connect, the lush greenery from below to this top deck here.
Yeah, one of the things you want the deck to feel as part of the city. You want to make this feel like, because there really isn't any yard inside of these homes in the hills.
Right.
So you want to still have green space. You still want to feel part of nature. And we wanted to bring that lush green up to this area. You've got fire pits throughout. At night, it's just absolutely beautiful from downtown Los Angeles to the Pacific Ocean.
Oh, these are incredible. Panoramic views in the ocean, of course.
The second bedroom on this level, we have a faux python on the wall.
Wow.
And all Minotti furnishing. We have Minotti closets as well. So one of the cool features about
can't help but notice that, yeah.
glass is that if you want privacy, this whole thing will be completely private. And if you don't want so much privacy and you want to be an exhibitionist for your neighbors, then you just flip a switch, Inside the master suite, we have these custom doors. This is a custom pattern that our company designed, as well as this custom pattern on the elevator shaft.
Right.
And this whole thing is all an alloyed metal that is getting a heat press stamp. Wow. And then so this whole design with the angles that you're seeing repeat throughout the home, they're all things that our firm does. We think about the details in a way that most firms are out picking things, and we're looking at details. Okay, what can we make with the manufacturers that we know?
So very meticulous approach.
We're very meticulous, very hands-on, and we like to, when we build our homes, we like to be part of the whole process. So, because when we first built this project here, or this bedroom, the room in there wasn't open to this area. We were originally, you were coming into here, and then there was a small little hallway that went us this way. And I said, why are we doing this? This doesn't make sense. And the only way I could ever figure that out is if I'm actually on site. And every day when you're coming and you're in studs and you're in your framing, you can kind of take a back step and you can say, is what I'm doing everything that's going to make this project the best of what it can be? And those are when little miracles happen.
Yeah.
Now we have this complete open feeling between the sitting area and the bedroom, where you put in some flamethrowers.
By being on site, you're really able to evolve on the fly.
Yeah.
That's great.
And it's like, here's a great example. Inside of this area, you see how we have this beautiful panoramic view of the canyon in the back? Well, here, we were not going to have a window here. We were just going to have a wall. And I said, wait a second, why are we not putting a window? Like, let's have something here that is gonna frame this like a picture.
Yeah.
And you know, that's something that you can't really see that when you're just drawing on paper.
Yeah.
You have to actually live the site. You have to actually come to the job site every single day and look at it objectively every single day. And that's something that we do as a firm. I think that, you know, most design firms, we're always inside of our office and we're designing on paper.
Right.
You know, this, we really got another opportunity to live and breathe the building.
And that's a really key attribute about your workmanship at Ferrugio Design,
Yeah.
being on site.
Yeah, I think that's probably one of the most unique things about us, is that we really partner up with the builder.
Right.
And we say, you know, we're involved from a concept to completion.
And that really shows your passion too.
Yeah, I think that's what it makes me most excited about a project.
Yeah.
Is being able to work like a sculptor.
Yeah.
You know, being able to go into a project and say, you know, today I was making a bowl, but it started to go a little taller and it looks really cool, so why can't we make it a picture instead?
Right.
You know,
Yeah, yeah.
So I think that being flexible inside the process is a really, really key attribute to our success.
Yeah.
Because you know, you can be really rigid when you're drawing, and you know, you get set in your way of what you want, and then when you're living it, you're saying, you know, what's wrong with it, and you have to kind of say, all right, stop being stubborn and start looking at it of how can you make it better, and then, you know, you evolve the process. Construction, especially at this level, you're never going to create something that is one of a kind and nail it the first time. You have to look at it and you have to say, okay, well, how can I twist this to be more unique, you know, or how can we add some ingenuity or innovation to this project?
That's right. And you know, with this your modern contemporary feel in here, I see a blending with also that classical elegance, and with that modernness to the home design, I feel a durability in the workmanship of this home, and that's not something you always find with modern contemporary builds.
Yeah, you know, it's really difficult in Los Angeles or even in the United States to find people, artisans, masons, woodworkers who are adept at modern design details.
Yeah.
We're not trained as human beings to put a tile or stone on a floor and not have a baseboard. That is foreign to a lot of people because, you know, the baseboard and the crown molding, that all hides the imperfections of the wall.
Right.
So when you're building modern, the reason it costs so much is because that person has to make it completely 90 degree, if that's the angle that you want it at. But to have something like this where you have no baseboards, there's no room for error.
No.
There's no room to cut a corner here. And so that's what makes this such a different level quality of home, because, you know, we're taking glass and we're bringing it all the way to the corner or to the floor. If this floor was at all uneven, you're gonna be exposed. So, you know, that is one of the really key elements I feel within our projects, is the craftsmanship and the attention to detail is really something that we pride ourselves on, but then also our contractors with Design Built Incorporated is also really, really instrumental in getting all this.
Yeah, and just moving forward with all this vision, it's truly a testament to just, I see your passion. You know, I really feel that, and it's remarkable.
Thank you. So early on in my career, I worked for a billionaire.
Okay.
A billionaire who owned a casino, the Venetian casino.
Oh, okay.
And for 4 years, I worked for this man doing his home. And that experience doing that is what made me say, I have to give them what they want in order for them to be happy, you know, and billionaires are very difficult people to work with.
Because they have their own visions in mind too.
Because they have their own vision. But they're also, because they have so much wealth,
right?
They, when they see something completed, they look at it and they go, okay, can it be better? Because they don't think about the cost. They think about if they like it or not. And they won't think twice to say, okay, I just put in this $1 million pool. I don't really like it. I want it 3 feet bigger. Scrap it and put another $1 million into the pool. And that is a lot of this, like say even this home.
Right.
There was one design before, and then when we start going, there was a whole nother design again. Because at the end of the day, when we're looking at this and we're investing millions and millions of dollars, we want to make sure that there's no missed opportunities.
Right.
Every area has to be an event. Every area has to be something special, has to be unique, and it has to be done and executed flawlessly.
Yeah, you really see no corner cut here. You know, we say no expense spared, no corners are cut here.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we have all of our cabinetry was imported from Italy. And the woods are all, this is all European oak.
And so you're mentioning to me about the putting green out here.
Oh yeah, you want to go check it out?
Yeah, let's take a look.
So we have this whole wraparound putting green. This is actually the first time I've ever done this here at this property.
Wow, history.
History right here.
In the making.
Oh! Not a golf player. Are you a golf player?
No, I can't say I play golf, but I do play hockey. Let's try. Let's take a swing at it.
This one might be easy.
This one might be easy. No.
To the right. So you see out here at night, it's really, really quite lovely. We have the star pin light underneath of the eave. And then we have a wraparound LED surrounding ambient light around the whole patio here.
That's a beautiful touch.
That, you know, one of the things I like to do is conceal things, make it feel, you know, like there's magic inside of the house.
Right.
You know, I like to make the light, make everything a soft glow.
Yeah, it really adds character to the spaces.
So we're back inside of the dining area. We have a custom dining table, custom chandelier, and if you see, again, our very famous signature pattern for this house. Each one of our houses, we always have a very signature look, just specific for the context of that house.
Yeah.
And so on this one, it was all about the angles. It was all about, you know, getting the square and then shifting the square. And so if you can see inside of the chandelier, we have this, everything is on an axis here. And at night, when this whole city is all lit up, you see the axis of the streets, and you see how the light plays that same type of role for that whole experience between the light of the city and the light of the chandelier, and they start to talk to one another.
It's a really deep way of connecting the indoor and the outdoor. It's a gorgeous touch, really.
We always want our spaces to have a deeper context of meaning.
Yeah, there's always a story.
There's always a story.
That's great. And of course, this is where you just take in the whole region.
right? This is quintessential Beverly Hills living right here.
Right here. Yeah.
This is it.
Beverly Hills lifestyle right here.
Where's our champagne?
Yeah.
A lot of the homes in this region, they're all built in the 40s and the 50s.
Right, yeah.
So, you know, the opportunity for developers here is huge because there's so many homes that, you know, this was a property that we had purchased, and we had another house that was here of no architectural value, and we tore it down and we made something that people want today. And you know, and I think there's a huge buzz that's happening inside of Beverly Hills where people are wanting really tricked out modern homes. Something that is
really
ultra
makes
modern.
A statement.
That makes a statement.
Yeah, it's a
they want
showpiece.
people that are going to have a showpiece home.
Yeah. Oh, well, this is truly impressive, and it's been a great honor. And thank you for inviting the PinnacleList here to tour this wonderful property of yours that you designed with so much meticulous thought, and you really feel the passion of your work here. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for coming. Thanks for the tour, guys, and I hope you liked it. And be sure to check us out on ferrugiodesign.com.
Thank you so much for having us here.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. We'll see you at the next one.